we had so much history in that gym
Yeah.
from Frank Shamrock, BJ Penn,
Yeah.
Dave Velasquez, Kelly Delonte. I don't know if you remember Charles Taylor, Ryan Bowe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's history right
I
there.
fought
Charles
Charles
Taylor and
Taylor
Ryan Bowe is
on the
history,
damn.
man. That's
I fought Charles
so
on the
long ago.
tryout, 98.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't even realize that it was like the Frank Shamrock team before AKA, and like me, you, and like Bobby and Trevor and like
yeah,
and Hob, we all created kind of the AKA team when Frank
yeah,
left, and we just called it Team AKA because like that's the only thing that we had, kind of like, you know. But like, people don't know that. People think we started out as like AKA, and then like, you know, we were already like up there. But it was like just a group of guys. We lost our big star, Frank Shamrock. He was gone. You were the biggest
yeah,
star, obviously fighting in the big shows, and I was just like getting there, and there was no Fitch at the time, or Koscheck, or Kane, or DC, or any of
no,
these guys. Even Luke, I think at the time, it was just like Trevor and Paul Buenatello and Bobby
yep,
Southworth and you and Bob and Hav, and then we just were like,
yeah,
fuck it, we're just gonna build our own team, dude. And dude, coming from that, so historic and amazing, dude. I mean, I say we. I mean, collectively, I had a small part of this, but I mean, collectively, we built one of the best teams in the world
yeah,
ever, like period, ever.
yeah,
I argue this point a lot to people that there's no team I think in the world that's built more stars and more champions from the ground up, literally from like the ground up, than AK has. And that's not taken away from other teams. I'm just saying we
no.
did have the formula down for taking somebody with talent and making them a champion and a star.
Yeah, that's the like people talk about like, oh well, Greg Jackson. Yeah, but Greg Jackson ended up getting stars
A
at the
lot of
time.
them. Yeah. He's
Rashad
great.
Evans was already a star before he went there. GSP, when he was turning out of there, was already a star at the time. They were just going there to get fine tuned.
Yeah.
AKA, they actually built it up from the beginning. I just remember the history of it all, and we had such a great time building not just help building the team, but it was just what people don't remember. I don't think what people don't remember or people don't know is that Frank Shamrock's team it was this little. It wasn't even his team. AKA wasn't his gym. It was Javier Mendez's gym.
Right.
Frank had just a small little matted area off to the side that was in AKA, which was Javier's gym. So it was never Frank's gym. It was
Yeah.
never Frank's. It was Frank Shamrock's team, but it was like it was just this little area off to the side that was his. And I mean, don't get me wrong, he was definitely part of building AKA as far as like in terms of name recognition. There's no doubt about
Yeah.
it. But it was always Frank Shamrock's fight team at the time.
Yeah.
And then when he left, we just were like, you know what, forget it. Let's just call it AKA
Yeah.
fight team or just AKA. We're just all
Yeah.
fighters from AKA. We never even really thought about giving it a name. It just happened organically.